JLR Investigates. I am here at the Backcountry Inn in Boulevard, California, San Diego County, covering the border migrant crisis. And I'm here with Debbie, who works at this. I like this hotel. I love this hotel. I've been staying here covering the border. Debbie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. So you're a local resident here.
Yes.
You live in, this is the Jacumba Boulevard area. We're covering the border migrant crisis. What's going on here in this area?
So there's the migrant crisis where they're in encampments, but there's also what's going on in the community that nobody talks to anybody about. And we live right under the 8 here is the actual Border Patrol headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a dirt road that runs along the fence line. We live right there. We were told maybe 8 months ago by Border Patrol at the encampment on Jewel Valley Road that anybody that's going through our property, that we're supposed to call them immediately for help because they're fleeing. And if they're fleeing, that means that there's a problem and they need to be picked up. So as soon as they let us know that, we started calling. We called at 2 in the morning, nobody could come. And literally, if this is my house, that's the Border Patrol.
Yeah, so it's right there
It's
within eyesight.
It's that close to us. We called at 4 in the morning. There was a woman, we heard a woman screaming outside, and we all ran outside. My neighbor ran outside. We thought it was her. She thought it was us. And it was a female that was down in our creek bed. Now, the creek bed is over our head when you climb in it. And at 4 in the morning, it's completely dark. We don't have lights or security, cameras down in that area. So I wouldn't let my husband or my son go down, and which is sad because it's not safe. We've had people come and knock on our doors at 2, 3 in the morning. We've had them steal pallets from our backyard and take them. We have boulders and stuff on the property and a bunch of oak trees and stuff. And they stole them from the back of the property and went down and started fires, which is an extreme, that's really dangerous. We're in the highest risk area of California for fires. And when we went down there and we walked the property, there was a frying pan down there, all kinds of stuff. So they've actually been there for quite a while.
So these are people, how far is the border from, the Mexican border here? About 5 miles?
So if you're going that way, it's maybe, about 5 miles that way. But if you go in our direction, it comes around the back of McCain Valley. So
are they coming through your property to go to Border Patrol Station?
Oh, no.
What are they doing? Hiding? Evading?
We actually got a pair of infrared binoculars because we were seeing headlights like at us. Now we're on 80 acres, I think it is altogether, and we could see these headlights. So we got these high-powered binoculars with infrared on them, and we're facing the headlights facing us, and you could plainly see gentlemen in shorts with like those skeleton masks over their face with what my husband says was an AK. They're in Jeeps and they were standing up, and this is like 2 in the morning, and they're looking at us with binoculars.
What are they doing?
So these are all smugglers. These are all cartel that are cutting through.
Trafficking drugs?
I have no idea. When we've walked the property, we haven't found anything, but they're large groups. And about 6 months ago, it changed to a whole bunch of Chinese and Russian. I mean, we could actually hear the men speaking different languages. So it's gotten worse. Our cameras go off all night. Nobody's getting any sleep. Our dogs can't go out. Our dogs will attack someone. So they're stuck in an enclosure all the time, and they're barking throughout the night. I came home from the casino at 11 o'clock at night. I got gas, and as I was backing in on the side of my house, there was a gentleman on the lower part of my property just standing there. And I knew it wasn't my husband or my son because they were in the house, and those are the only 2 men on my property.
So what type of nationalities have you seen?
We've seen a lot of Chinese. We've seen a huge amount of Russian, or from Turkey, of that culture or whatever. And a lot of Hispanic.
How long have you been living in this community?
We've been up here 15 years.
Have you ever seen it like this?
No,
before?
No, never.
When did it all start? Where it's like a massive amounts of people?
Oh, it's over a year ago. No, it's like almost 2 years ago, I think.
So how often do you see them come?
Oh, they're
through
all
here?
the-
Like
all
how
the-
often is it? Every day?
It's every day. Sometimes maybe a couple days will go by, but not usually.
So
they've even come through the back of the fence line of the Border Patrol building. That's how. So that
are
lady-
they coming out of the Border Patrol building, or are they?
No. They're so what they generally do is they follow the creek beds.
Yeah.
When they always seem to follow the creek beds for whatever reason, and the creek bed comes right through our property and through the back of Border Patrol. One day Karen Parker actually called me and told me that she sent them, the ones that were in the road, they had nowhere to go. She actually gave them directions and sent them to the Border Patrol building.
So who's Karen Parker?
Karen Parker, she
I think I encountered her.
I do believe you did.
Yes.
We
And
called
I'm
her
pretty
Border
sure-
Karen.
And I'm pretty sure most of the mountains saw those videos. So she's a local Boulevard resident. She's a volunteer. She volunteers on her own. She takes water down. She helps like a lot of the pregnant women, even though we haven't really had a lot of them. Children. She's her own person. She's very opinionated. I'm sure she means to do well. However, she can get quite embarrassing for the community, to be honest with you. She does not represent our community. I don't have a problem telling her that. I think I have told her that.
So, for instance, like you feel like you run a Facebook group, don't you?
I'm the admin on several.
Local Facebook
Yes.
groups and stuff like that. What's the sentiment? What's the feeling amongst the majority of the locals about the situation?
Feeling unsafe. Feeling like there is no support for us. I'm not the only property they've been burning pallets on and stuff, leaving tons of garbage, knocking on people's doors. A lot of people
Stealing?
don't feel, oh yeah, a lot of people don't feel safe. And now the crimes are being committed. We're hearing about that a lot.
Where's the sheriff's office?
Okay, the sheriff's office is almost behind you. It's like
Yeah. And are they
They're
getting
not-
involved, or are they?
not, yeah, they're not full time. I mean, they're on call full time. But you drove past there back and forth several times a day. Did you ever notice a bunch of sheriffs sitting over?
None.
Okay, there you go.
I think I know it's on the quarter. What I mean
Yes.
is, I know where the building is. What I mean is, like, where's the sheriffs to stop this or start
They
arresting
can't.
people?
Nobody can.
They're not allowed?
Well, when it's a situation like this, it's Border Patrol. And to be honest with you, at first I was, a lot of us were angry, but now it's kind of like there's nothing they can do. If all the places that they're housing them are full and they're spread out all over the place because there's so many different areas they're coming in now, and they're even being driven in. So they can only do so much. It's not their fault at this point. They're running these buses out of the headquarters over here every single day. Every
Yeah, we've
day they're
seen
running
them.
them out. The unusual thing is where they're all ending up. I mean, they're walking through town in large groups.
Yes.
And
sometimes along the road there,
Yeah.
Old Highway 80.
well, one of the mothers was dropping off her kids, and the school is right across the street from the mountaintop. There were migrants asleep out in front of the grocery store, and as she was dropping her kids off across the street, I guess a couple of the kids didn't know if people were dead. They were shocked and afraid, and didn't understand how this could be happening.
So this location here, the hotel, and I spoke to one of your employees there.
We've had several.
Come here.
Oh yeah, several. They'll even hang out by the mailboxes with a group of them will sit under the trees. I came into work one day and there were gentlemen lined up against the wall here with their book bags. But it was.
I also heard that I was told that some of the smugglers park here and then they come here and they pick people up from here. They're told to come here.
We're not sure of that. I mean, who we think are a cartel, we're pretty good about being able to pinpoint. We can't say it for sure, but there have been some gentlemen that have come in and parked in unusual situations, or unusual areas, and people have gotten in the car and left. As far as that goes, there's a safety concern on our part. There are cartel houses on this part.
There is?
Yeah, and
So what do they do around here, the cartel?
they do whatever the hell they want. Yeah.
Do they? It's so. Is some of the town here maybe influenced by the cartel in a sense?
As far as the community itself?
Yeah.
No. They leave us alone, we leave them alone. It's just nobody's trying to get burnt out or hurt or anything.
That's kind of how it is with us. It's the same thing.
Except they're alive and very real.
Yeah.
But a few years prior, no crime, nothing going on
No.
here, nothing. Like,
No.
I mean, because, this the border's right here. 20, 30 years ago, people weren't crossing like that.
Oh no, they've always crossed.
They've always
They
crossed.
have always crossed. This has been a problem for several presidents. I mean, we're going way back. They have always crossed. Border Patrol has always, unfortunately, found migrants dead. From dehydration.
Really? Around here?
Oh gosh, yeah, all around.
You ever see any on your property?
No. We haven't gone back there, quite a while, and I'm praying there's
Is there
nobody.
like trash back there?
Oh,
Water
there's
bottles?
trash back there. There's like the brush back there should be this high
Yeah.
because we don't go there. It's completely flat from the groups of people that have been laying under the trees.
So over there's a creek bed that goes back towards the border then?
Yeah, it's right behind the Border Patrol station.
Yeah.
Have you been over there?
I have. I think next to the Border Patrol station there's a dirt road.
That's our dirt road.
Oh, that's your dirt
Yeah,
road?
that's our
okay.
dirt road.
Yeah, I went down that one time.
Yeah. So there's a huge creek bed, and it's extremely deep.
And it goes all the way to the border.
It goes way, 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 way back.
So they're just navigating through.
I guess I'm not good with navigation, but I'm guessing it's the same direction, because they follow all the creek beds. You can go anywhere on Boulevard, and if you see a creek bed, you're going to see a whole bunch of footprints through it. And come to think of it, they do all go this way.
So it's always been happening, but the worst has been happening in the last couple of years.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you think's why are they coming here? Why here?
It's easy.
Because it seems like this is the ground zero around the nation of people crossing in. Like,
It
it's
is.
just, I
It is.
personally see 200, 250 a day.
Yeah, when I saw your video, I was like, that's not too bad. We counted 1,100 on Jewel Valley.
1,100 one day. Whoa, were they
Yeah,
walking
were
down the road?
No, they were all in a single file line. There was Border Patrol at the end, in the front. They had some type of like little laptop or notepad thing, and they were coming up one at a time. And that was the day that they told us to call if anybody's fleeing, which we thought was kind of weird because they had these. They also have those white cargo vans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, behind the Border Patrol officers, there were these white cargo vans, and some of them were being double escorted with zip ties into those vans. So we figured those are the ones that are not coming up in the system correctly. There's some type of red flag involved, and they were taking them in. So those vans are all coming back to this building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
And that means when they tell us to call, and they don't show up, and we're only so many feet away from them, then that means all of the ones that are on our private property. There's a gentleman in Jacumba. They're just rampaging.
Is it called Jacumba or Jacumba?
Jacumba.
Jacumba, because I say Jacumba, the
I know,
pronunciation says.
we kind of giggle when we hear it.
I hear both ways. So
No, it's Jacumba.
Jacumba, okay.
But this gentleman, he's got a large amount of acreage, and they're just running rampant. I mean, they're building huts. They just have no regard for this gentleman's safety or his property. There's garbage, and volunteers actually came and cleaned it up for him several times now. I haven't heard of anybody being hurt, like on our side hurt, but I guess one of the migrants that were here came when he was sitting against the wall. His face was confused. He had been assaulted by someone. I have no idea who, and we tried to. We're not helping them, but I mean, we've asked them to remove themselves. And Border Patrol, they pulled in the parking lot, and they just told them to please go to an encampment to get processed.
Wow, those campments are miles away.
Yeah. Yeah.
After
miles
them
away.
walking all the way up here, you think they're really going to
Yeah.
walk more?
Heck no.
No.
No. I don't even know where they go when they're walking down the road. I'm not sure if it's our property or the creek bed, or people have seen them on the highway. There's been several groups on the highway, which is crazy.
The interstate.
Yeah.
It's the interstate. Walking on the interstate.
Walking on the interstate.
When was it at its worst peak? Is this the peak?
I don't know. It's been pretty consistent for months now.
Really?
Yeah.
Has residents said that they're gonna move away because of this? Have
A
people?
lot of people have, actually, people have moved, have properties up for sale. Potrero is another area that's going through a lot.
What is it called?
Potrero.
Where's that at?
So that's at the other end. Like Jacumba's this end, Potrero's right before the border that way, right before Tecate.
Mm-hmm.
They're being overrun. Now when they're in Campo. Now Campo is a different a little bit different than Boulevard. There's a lot more of a town. You know, there's gas stations and all kinds of stuff there.
We got
And
tacos down there. There's
they
2
have
gas
the tacos,
stations and the
yes.
tacos.
So there now a lot of the migrants are on the PCT, and this is
What's PCT?
the Pacific Crest Trailway,
Okay.
the trail that goes all the way to Canada.
Is that big trestle bridge that's like on the way?
No, this is actually a trail, a hiking trail that goes all the way to Canada from here, and it's extremely popular. People do this from all over the world to do the PCT, and a lot of these are college-age girls that, you know, it's summertime, they want to do this. It's like something off the bucket list type of deal, and there's no security. There's no nothing. These people are all hiking on their own or in small groups, and they've been going on the local pages and letting people know that there's migrants up there, and
Wow.
they have started fires and they don't feel safe. So I don't know who directed them to that way, because that's a seriously difficult hike. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they thought coming through here was hard. So
So it's just basically miles and miles of the border here. They're just coming in from all over down this county.
Anywhere. And
What's the solution to stop this?
There's supposed to be a TikTok video that actually has the map on how to come in.
Really?
Yeah.
On TikTok?
On TikTok, there is a map, and several people have seen it, and even a lot of the migrants have told us. And why do they have all brand new cell phones and brand new clothes? And I mean,
So you think it's organized? Is it organized?
okay, so
Like, how much are they paying? Did anybody ever tell you how much they pay to come here?
No, but we do know if you look in your Google, Putin and China's leader, whatever his name is, I can't remember. They were both just in Mexico with the president of Mexico, with a huge celebration maybe 8 months ago, where they actually brought military troops of both, and they were in their parade right here in Mexico. And now the majority of them are from where? Russia and China. I think that's a little strange.
Yeah, we haven't encountered anyone that said they were from Russia.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
we?
Turkey.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Back in the winter time when they had the camp down there, that was the full blown camp for a while. A lot of those people were Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions for Debbie?
So when they pick up the migrants in the vans, you know, the big border patrol vans or those buses.
The buses.
Where do you think they take them?
I don't know. They used to come over here. They don't anymore. They're going on the highway. So we're assuming it's in town.
Otay Mesa? Otay Mesa?
I don't think they're going there. I think they're going into San Diego. They're going.
Really?
You think they're just going straight from here to San Diego?
Yeah. Because there's
That's
nowhere to
what
keep them.
We were trying to figure out, and I think that you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going straight into San Diego. Because they show, like, there's a lot of videos of people in San Diego shooting videos of these buses coming in.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That's where we're headed to now. Well, I appreciate the insight, Debbie. Stay safe, and you know, it's always good to get an understanding of what the community.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add that we
you
forgot?
guys need to stay safe.
So it is dangerous.
Yeah, it is dangerous. You're right over there, and you've done some videos on cartel, and my husband's sitting next to me, and he's like, Jesus Christ, he's got to stop saying that word.
Because they'll shoot or they'll do.
Yeah, they will.
Really?
They will.
Have they ever
And
shot
it's
over
not
across
even
the?
like you have to be shot. You're just gonna disappear.
Really?
People do it all the time.
Yeah, we
It's easy to
we
disappear.
encountered a group of Chinese migrants in the hills there just a couple days ago in the nighttime. It was 2 a.m.
Have you noticed that, like, months ago, they were all like, hi. They were all super friendly, and they're like, we're going to LA. You could ask them, any of them. Now, not so friendly, not so talkative, not even when they're here against the wall, they don't even, like, come in, you know, say anything.
Do they ever try to rent rooms
Not that I know of. I mean, I'm here during the day.
or ask to use the bathroom or phone?
I'm sure they've asked the girls.
Because I see that sign, no public
Yeah.
restroom.
And we've had to talk to a few of them. We use the Google Translate to let them know that they need to leave the property. Some of them don't, and they're on the cell. There's some of them are so rude. They stay on their cell phones, and they just like ignore us.
Wow.
But
They're technically trespassing.
Oh, it is.
It could be charged, but I don't understand how they can just trek through people's property and not even get a trespassing charge.
Oh, they don't. There's no manpower to uphold anything. If they can't come out when we're calling them, tell them there's a female screaming, or there's people knocking on our door at 2 in the morning, or
You seen children?
I haven't seen children. Now, there were no children. I mean, there were no children anywhere over here for months and months and months. And the more people posted that it was all the same age group of men, they were all between, 30 and 50?
Able-bodied men. Do they have their luggage with them, too?
Oh, I'm talking nice roll,
We've seen it.
luggage, brand new clothes, brand new sneakers.
Cell phones,
Yeah,
jewelry.
brand new cell phones. I don't even have a cell phone that nice. We're like, what in the hell is going on?
They also say that they call it the selfie effect, where once they come over, then they start taking selfies and send it home and encourage their friends and
I'm sure
family
they do.
to come.
I'm sure they
We
do.
made it. Here you go. It's easy.
Have
Here's
you
how
guys
you do
found
it.
all the identification?
We've seen them, yeah.
Yeah.
Shredded
now,
documents.
why are
I
they
have a
leaving
massive
their
collection.
actual legal documents? Why are they leaving them behind?
Why? Trying to assume a new identity? Trying to hide who they are?
Yeah.
Why
would you do that? You can't do anything in this country without that documentation unless you're already going to do a different, fake ID. And then why would you do that? If you're here for legitimate reasons, why wouldn't you do it the right way? We're offering money, to everybody. Why wouldn't you do it legally?
Yeah, it seems like this route, this way, everyone's up for no good,
Yeah.
bad purposes, because you're literally committing crimes to come over here this way, this route.
And they're flying in. They're flying into Mexico from other countries. We've spoken to some of them over there. They flew in from China to Mexico and then walked across. Who has that kind of money? These are not people that are running from,
Persecution, seeking
persecution.
asylum, but they know what to
No.
say, too.
Oh, they know exactly what to say. Why would you used all your documentation to get on the airplane and to get off and get your stuff, through customs or whatever. Why are you ditching it as soon as you get here?
I mean, literally, as soon as they get here, they shred
As
it.
soon as I have a girlfriend named Melanie, she actually lives right over there. She's got stacks of them. I mean, they're everywhere.
So do I.
It's
So does she. She
Yeah.
collects them.
so why would
we
you
find
do that?
passports,
Yeah.
shredded documents, vaccine cards.
Yep.
We see everything.
I
Man,
don't
stay
understand.
strong, Debbie. Thanks for
You
the
guys
insight.
stay safe.
Thank you for the
Really.
insight. And I want to give this hotel a plug. If you want to come and cover the migrant crisis, this is a great hotel here because it's right there at Ground Zero. It's nice, clean rooms, comfy bed, and you can go right there and stay
And we're
here.
so much fun.
Yes, locals. We love the locals. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.